The future of Africa in AI begins now. At FTLAfrica, Nova 2 is your ignition trail. Explore cutting-edge tracks built for creators and communicators.
Master the skills shaping the future of tech. Engineer systems that power the world.
Lead with responsibility. Shape the future of Africa.
Don't just watch the AI revolution. Be part of it. Apply now and ignite your journey with Nova 2.
Want to lead Africa's AI revolution?
12 weeks minimum. 9 weeks classes, 2 weeks capstone build, 1 week demo and defense, mentors, real projects.
Lead the future of AI with tracks like Product Manager, Marketing Strategist, Workflow Explorer, and AI Ethicist, shaping innovation with vision and responsibility. Build and power AI systems as a data engineer, AI translator, engagement specialist, developer, or AI ops engineer, driving impact with advanced integration. Go deeper with prompt engineering, AI security and governance, and research and model development, pioneering the next wave of AI innovation.
Spots are filling fast. Apply today and ascend with Pathfinder Charge.
So let me introduce the class by giving this brief introduction. So okay, so AI writing and basic of prompt engineering, like crafting AI prompts, is just about on how it's just you understanding the power of AI in generative AI. You know how AI use generative AI to create stuff. You know, last week I mentioned about semantic tagging. I talked about semantic search. You know, how that AI is able to pick certain words and check the correlation between the words and know that, okay, these words are related, then that means there is also another word that is connected to this that we can merge together to form something. So that is basically how AI communicates in the backend, you know. So using your words, you know, is now using your prompt. Let me say prompt because I believe I've done the introduction last week, so I should not be using words. So using your prompt on the interface now is just about how you as a person communicate directly with the AI. And trust me, if you are, like I mentioned last week, if you are doing anything in AI, there is no how you will not need the knowledge of prompt engineering. And as a matter of fact, AI prompt engineering is also a skill on its own. There are certain companies that are also looking for prompt engineer. So as you are learning this, taking this course, although it is basic, of which we still have the advanced, that is why you need to register for Nova 2. So you can also use the knowledge to perform certain tasks. You can also use the knowledge of that you acquire here. You know, one of our goals is to make you job ready. So you can also use the knowledge that you acquire here, even to search for job. You can use it to do things on your own. You can leverage it in. You can use the knowledge that you've learned in this place, even in your business. So that is why you really. That is why you should be grateful that you are in this community at this time, and that is also why you need to learn. That is why you need to venture into Nova 2 so that you can get more equipped, so that you can be well grounded in skills that are related to AI, that is relevant to today's job demands. So So like I said earlier, I said the basic of writing, how AI writes is, you have to talk about semantic tagging. You have to talk about context, personal context. So there are a lot of things that we'll be delving into as we venture into this part of prompt engineering that is about writing and crafting your prompt. So there are a lot of things there's a place whereby we need to talk about, we will look into, whereby we will look into how to create, how to include tone, how to include style, how you can give your AI a voice, how you can how you should know that there are certain things that should be included when you are writing, when you are communicating with your AI. Like I said, that prompt is what you use to communicate with AI, while Python programming is the language of AI. So let's move further. Let's continue. Okay, sorry. Okay. Oh. Okay, so understanding coherence in AI test. So there's one thing that we need to understand when we are writing our prompt, and that is that your prompt, when you are writing your prompt here, so you have to understand that the word coherent. Coherent coherent in test refer to the quality of being logical and consistent and easy to understand. That is, when you are logical with words, when you are consistent, because when you are writing your prompt, there are certain things that your AI will keep to memory. So that is why you have to be consistent. It must be something that can be easily understand. That is, you must make your AI to understand what you are trying to communicate. Trust me, if I keep saying ba 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 now throughout this live session, you will not have something to pinpoint that you have learned in the course of this live stream, in the course of this live stream. Yeah. So if I keep saying ba 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 ba, although ba 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 may be a language for a speech or for a site of I don't want to say higher or lower animal now. It may be specific to certain kind of, should I call it thing or being? Let me put it being. Let me use the word being. It may be a specific language to a set of being, they might understand the ba 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 ba, but when I speak English to you now, you understand what I'm trying to say. So also, if I speak Yoruba, if I start speaking Yoruba, because I'm a Yoruba person, if I start speaking Yoruba, some people may not understand. That is why we need to understand the word coherent. If I start speaking Yoruba, some people may not understand just because they are not from Yoruba tribe. So are you with me? If you are with me, give me a thumbs up on the live stream. If you are with me, give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up. All right. Thank you, Isaac. So that is why we have to understand the word coherent. Coherent test. It's something that flows naturally, where its parts are connected. That is, it is you bringing words together. You are bringing words together. Like I mentioned earlier about semantic tagging, how that AI is able to connect this word to this word. That is also the flow of words. That is how our neurons, as the way man have neurons, so also AI also operates with neurons. I don't know, maybe Mr. Osagi is going to talk about that. He's the one handling the language of, maybe he's going to mention in it, or probably when you get into the advanced prompt engineering, these are things I think I would like to talk about. We dissect how AI actually communicates, how AI actually works. We'll delve into a part of domain in machine learning. So let's not go into that now. So, the way humans have neurons, with our neurons, that's where what we use to connect, to pick things and merge them together, that okay, this one correlates with that, this also relates with this. So also the semantic tagging also make use of neurons in AI to pick words to relate them together so that they can have a specific meaning, so that they can have a flow of if a flow of communication. Let me put it that way: flow of communication between man and machine. So for AI generated text, achieving coherent means ensuring the output isn't just a collection of grammatically correct sentences, but a meaningful, you can hear, note the word meaningful and logical, something with structure, not the word meaningful, logical, and with a good structure, a structure of writing. Trust me, the way I write is different from the way Mr. Solomon writes, because the way we think differs. The way we put our thought process differs. The way we analyze things, it differs. So it is not just about you, it's not about your output, it's not just you getting something as feedback, but it is about something that is meaningful, that is related to your input. Like I said in previous class, that prompt engineering involves input and output. Input and output. So let me move to the next slide. So there are 4 pillars that we need to focus on. That is unity, the logical flow, and consistency, then coherence. So these are things that we understand, the unity of word, the logical flow, the consistency of words, and how the word connects, how they connect. So then the next thing is, because today's class is practical, so let me just give you overview, So so these are some of the things that you need to understand when you are building, when you are creating your prompt, when you are building up your prompt, when you are writing your prompt. So number one thing is referencing. So I have here, use a pronoun he, she, it, they. Then look at my example. The project was complex. The project, there's a pronoun there, the. That is, I am referencing something. The project was complex. It required extensive planning. So with this number one point, can somebody put in a chat box a simple prompt? Let me put it that way: a simple prompt that have referencing. A simple prompt that have referencing. That is, we are trying to reference something particularly. So I think last week, what was his name? Is it Jay? I've forgotten his name. Jay was the most active person on my live class last week. I wish I don't know whether the director will permit. Maybe I should give out something to the best students in my class today. So okay. So can I have it in the chat box? So give a simple prompt with referencing. I'm waiting for it. So he's there. Who wants to take my gift for today? So Nobody? Okay. Okay, I'm saying done. So who is taking my gift today? Nobody. So okay, let me just proceed. So maybe by the time we have more explanation. So the project is complex. The project is complex. It requires extensive planning. So for instance, maybe I actually gave I gave AI a file to work on. A file. Okay, maybe I have a list of data that I want AI to analyze. So, and because I want to use referencing, so I can put that, okay, this project is, okay, this file is, trying to reference that particular file. So the next one is transition words, transition word. So, when you are using transition word is when you use however, therefore, in addition, or consequently. So it is, or meanwhile. So it is more or less like you are trying to bridge the relationship between your ideas. Maybe you have something. Okay, the example that I have says the data showed decline. However, further analyze further analysis revealed opportunities. Further analysis revealed opportunity. Although the data shown declined, however, further analysis revealed opportunity. So the third one is strategic repetition. When you are repeating words, The next one is related vocabularies. Okay, so that is when you use words that are related in meaning, in English. So prompt engineering strategy for coherent output. So first one, I said you have to provide a clear context. Clear context. You have to provide clear context. That is one of the things that we need to understand whenever we are writing our prompt. You have to give a clear context. See this prompt that I have here. I need a summary of remote works economic impact on urban centers, focusing on commercial real estate and local business venture. I'm a business person, so permit my prompt. So look at this prompt now. This is actually a reference. Sorry, this is actually a context. The context is, I said that, okay, I want you to focus on commercial real estate and local business revenue. I can actually put, okay, let me just make this more practical. We'll look into this. So let me go to my ChatGPT. I think I have it on today, so I should. Sorry. Okay, so this is my first prompt. No. So this is my first prompt. I need a summary of remote work economic impact on urban center. So look at this prompt now. See what is going to generate. You can see this. This is because we didn't give any context to this. So what we got here is more or less like a general overview. But now look at when we have a context for it. So, the context is to focus on, I can say that, okay, now focus on, I want to give the context now. I want to give the context. I want to add the context. Okay. So, and we'll check, we'll compare the two. You can see now that this one is mainly tailored towards commercial real estate and local business revenue. So compared to the first one that we had earlier, that is, the first one, decline in demand for commercial real estate, that is one. Shift in local business revenue, two. We have something related to housing, So housing market effects, we have tax base and city finance, we have regional economic rebalancing, we have innovation. We have started, with this now, we have moved out of real estate. But look at this one, the major focus is on commercial real estate and local businesses. That is why when you are writing your prompts, giving a context will help you to maximize your output. It will help you to maximize your output so that you will not get a general feedback. I have this saying, anytime, most times when I teach prompt, I use this word, garbage in, garbage out. When you garbage in your prompt, you also get garbage out feedback. So that is just the logic. That is how it works. So let's move to the next thing. So the next thing is specify the structure. Request logical arrangement with output section, paragraphs, or bullet points. Look at this. So it says, look at this prompt example. It says, write a 3-paragraph essay. We already gave a structure, 3-paragraph essay. That is, you should put the essay in just 3 paragraphs. Introduce the concept, detail personal benefit, then cover professional advantage. If you look at this prompt, if I should put this prompt in my AI, in my generative AI, everything is going to generate for me is going to be in 3 paragraphs. It's going to be in 3 paragraphs. And if I should say that you should put it in bullet point, it's going to put it in the number of bullet points that I give. So let me say, okay, let's say that, okay, let's go back to our ChatGPT. So I'm going to put in the prompt, but this time around, I want to change it from paragraph now in 3 bullet points. So, I don't want to use paragraph now. So because we have paragraph there, so let's see. So it's going to give us the points it's going to give us what's it called? It's going to give us it's going to put each of the points in bullet points. So you can see now the first thing is introduction of the concept, then the next thing is personal benefits, then the third thing, because I stated that 3 bullet points, so the third thing is professional advantages. So that is how these are parameters that we need to take note of, most especially when we are crafting our prompt, when we are crafting our coherent when we are crafting our prompt for coherent output. So the third thing that you need to know is define main idea. When you so this one is saying that clearly states that central message, okay, clearly state the central message to help AI maintain unity throughout the response. That is, when you state specifically what your message is all about, giving, it is more or less like uh it is more or less like saying that, okay, with the aid of diagram, explain, we usually get that a lot, when we're in university. With the aid of diagram, explain respiration. Let me use that one. So it is more or less like you are giving what your message is all about, respiration with the aid of diagram. So that already should shape my output. That is the kind of answer I want to give to that person. That is a question in an exam. So what the lecturer expects from you is diagram, not you giving the word definition of respiration. You are not meant to say respiration is so and so. What is expected of you is diagram. So let's check this out. So let me copy this. And put it here. So okay, what's the prompt again? So argue that renewable energy is both environmentally friendly and economically advantageous. We already give two standpoints. So you notice that whatever thing that my ChatGPT is going to give me about renewable energy is going to be between these two standpoints. It's going to be, you can see now that it's around environmental benefits and the economic advantage. It's not going to give me the disadvantage. It's not going to give me X benefit or disadvantage around health. It's not going to give me environmental factor. It's not going to give me, see, it's only focused on the benefit and the advantage, both the environmental benefit and the economic advantage. So these are the ways by which you can improve your output using when you are prompting. Like somebody wants to say something. I heard a sound. So the next thing is, when you are writing your prompt, there's a need for proper toning. When you put tone, style, and voice, I used to tell people that there's a way you can make AI to sound exactly like you. There's a way to that, but that is going to be in the advanced class. I'm not going to give that secret here. So there's a way to make AI to sound exactly like you. So we have 3 points here. That is the tone, the style, the voice. The tone, the style, and the voice. So look at the tone. So there is formal and informal. There is serious and rigorous. There is objective and persuasive. There is enthusiastic and critical. These are specific tone that you can apply when you are writing your prompt, depending on your objective or depending on your goal. So there's also style. Style is also there, whereby you can style your output, whether you want it to be academic for academic purpose, whether you want it to be conversational, whether you want it to be a storytelling, whether you want it to be something concise. Let me just make something practical here. So I'm going to put in that prompt again. This prompt. Okay, argue that renewable energy is both environmentally friendly and economically advantageous. Using, someone should give me one tone. Somebody in the classroom should give me a tone that I should use. Where is the class? Okay, sorry. Somebody should put in the chat area. Somebody should put something. The tone that I should use. Tone. What kind of tone should I use? You know, based on, okay, persuasive. Someone said I should use the word persuasive. Okay. So want it to be persuasive, you know, this is more or less like an argument. So where's it? Sorry. So use persuasive tone. Using persuasive tone. So you see. So you see the difference between, you can see now. So the future of energy cannot rely on polluting. So look at the first one. Where's the first one? You can see the introduction. They are different. You know, one is persuasive, the way it's, you know, look at the access point. The future of energy cannot rely, you know, is actually trying to bring us to a point whereby we, you know, trying to persuade us to embrace renewable energy. You know, these are the things that you need to consider, most especially, you know, persuasive tone is usually common in marketing. You know, when you are marketing, when you want to convince someone to get into something, you know, you have to use persuasive tone. So for instance, maybe I want to write, I need a simple prompt. I want to write a simple prompt. Write a sales copy. Copy for which product? For FTLA. Okay, let me put it in full. Oh. Write a sales copy for future tech. Write, okay, sorry. Write a sales copy. Number 2. Sorry. So now you can see what I'm trying to get now. I believe my mentor is let me say our what's it called, our director is getting the gist now. So look at something. So, you know, with persuasive tone, you know, this is about number 2. And I said, okay, you should write this is actually a simple prompt, but I can make it more detailed, but that's in the advanced class. But, you know, we are still dealing with the basic prompt engineering. So this is actually a sales copy. Like I said persuasive tone is actually next. Like, in fact, if you're a marketer, if anything you want to write, you have to be persuasive, because you need to convince people, you need to convince someone to make certain decision. So look at this, meet number 2. Look at the intro, meet number 2. Like, sorry, see the headline, meet number 2, the future of leading and, okay, comma, building African next tech leaders. At Future Tech Leaders Africa, we don't just teach tech, we ignite potential. Number 2 is more than a program. It is a launchpad designed to transform curious mind. You see, I believe many of you are convinced already. You are convinced already to subscribe for number 2. Me reading this alone. Let me get reaction from the live. Let me see reaction. So, okay. So, all right, J. Okay. So I believe many of you are convinced already to even get into number 2 already. So you can see the power of the power of the power of writing prompts, the power of understanding how to write prompts. This is still the simple prompt. You have not even delved into the advanced prompt engineering, whereby you need to start adding starting framework, certain pointers. This is just a minor prompt. So you can see how that we are able to, get a quality, to some extent, quality output just with all these parameters, these 3 specific parameters. That is, you have to provide a clear context, you have to provide specific structure, you have to provide define the main idea. That is, okay, sorry, we have gone beyond that. Sorry. So you have to, just because we gave a tone, and the reason why we gave a tone is because we know what we want to achieve, and we know the specific tone that relates to it. You can't expect me to want to do business writing and use persuasive. I am not expected to use persuasive tone when I'm writing something around business writing. I am supposed to use professional tone. That is what I'm supposed to use. I have to be professional with it. So when you understand your output, you understand what you want to achieve, then figure out the tone, the style or voice that goes with that specific objective, and add to your prompts. With that, you will get the best output. So next thing that I have here is, strategic control technique. This is another technique. Actually, I think this is where I'm going to stop this class for today. Yes. Actually prepare this live for 2 classes. So this is where I'm going to stop today. In fact, this is already 7 o'clock already. It's almost 7 o'clock. So that we can get into, I can entertain question and answer, and we can do some practicals together. So this place is actually talking about this strategic control technique. Is actually a technique that will keep you, that will make you to dominate over your what's it called? It is more or less like a system of being in control. Let me put it that way. I want to use the word dominate, because you have your objective in mind. You know what you want to achieve. You know what you want your AI to give to you. There's an expectation in your mind that, okay, this is how this thing is going to go. So you dominating your your space while crafting your prompt, it shows how authoritative you are with AI. It shows that you have mastered AI enough to be able to get that specific output. Because there's one thing I used to say about AI. I didn't mention it in this class, but maybe probably in Nova 1, I mentioned that see, when you are crafting your prompt, one thing you should have this mindset that, okay, there is a something specific that you want to achieve, to the extent that you are so certain that when you use that prompt over and over and over and over, you will still get something within that, something similar, even if it's not word for word, but you know that they still pass across the same message. The message are not differs. When by the time you compare the 2 or 3 outputs that you generate with the same prompt, the message of the output are not differs. So that is what this is. This slide is. That is what we will be looking at in this slide. So the first one says explicitly state desired tone. explicitly state desired tone. That is, when you are writing, we've said earlier that okay, when you understand your objective, what you want to achieve, there are certain tones that goes hand in hand with that objective. You can see this that says write an email. That is, seeing this, if I am to cover this, I wish I can use my hand to cover it so that you guys will not see it, so that you can tell me the specific tone. Okay, I know what to do. I think you can't see it now. You can't see it now. Can you see the tone now? So can somebody tell me the tone that should go with this, even from the word write an email about a company merger? You can unmute yourself. If you want to talk, just unmute yourself and give your response. Nobody is talking. What's going on?
Good evening, sir.
Oh, good evening.
Yes. So I have question.
No. Don't worry. We'll get to question and answer section. I just want you. I want you to answer my question first.
Okay, what do you ask? I don't hear you very well, sir.
I said from this first example that is here, it says, explicitly state desired tone. And from the word, he writes an email about a company merger. I am saying that what kind of tone goes with this kind of prompt?
I think persuasive and being, I don't know, but persuasive tone and I've forgotten.
Okay,
Yes.
okay. Is there anybody that wants to try Is there anybody that wants to try aside the lecturers? I believe some lecturers are here. Nobody. Okay, so me looking at this is also why you need to register for Nova 2. In fact, most especially prompt engineering, although this is just the basic that is compulsory for everybody, and that is why you need to really pay attention, because if you are moving to Nova, but by the time you move to Nova 2, even if you are going into cloud, or you are going into data, or you are going into cybersecurity, any of the domain, with what you've learned here as basic, it's still something that you can run with. It's still something you can run with. So what we have here is write an email. Email is usually used in a corporate setting. Then that means you need to use professional tone. That is what we have here. The tone should be reassuring and professional, addressing employee concerns. So the fact that it is email about the company's merger, so it is a professional setting. So that is why you need to use professional tone. Professional tone. I hope you understand that. So let me cover some more. Okay, so define target audience. Okay, define target audience. Define target audience. So, I think I've closed my slide now. So define target audience is another thing that you can use. It's also a strategy. Looking at this sales copy that I said my ChatGPT, my dear ChatGPT should write for me. I can say, okay, I can go back. Okay, I think let me re-edit. Let me just go up a bit. Okay, let me edit this prompt. Already I have a tone. Use persuasive tone. See, I want to use this target audience. Where is it? You can see now. Target audience. Target audience. Because the knowledge I have experience in marketing environment, so, and also I'm a business person. So now, because we want to write a sales copy for Future Tech Leaders Africa about Nova 2 using persuasive tone. Now, maybe probably we know that people that will register that this program will benefit, the most from this are people between the range of, I think Dr. Gabriel said yesterday that between the age of 14, right? Director, I hope I'm correct, from age 14 upward. So targeting targeting how should I describe it now? Okay. So now I have included something. I want you guys to take note of this previous prompt. This is actually a general output. Okay, in fact, I think I want to make it much more obvious. So, this is for age 14 to 64. I want to put it within the age of 14 and 22 years. So we know that we are targeting the young adult. Is it young adult or yes, young adult? Young adult. And I want you to note the language. I just want, okay, should I take a screenshot of this now? Or should I put it in a word? Okay, let me just copy this so that we can have something to compare and contrast. So this is my Word document. So we are going to analyze the two together. So now, I have copied the first one. So I want us to just note so that we'll be able to note the difference. So meet number 2 ahead. The program designed for young, okay, who refuse to settle for average. Look at that. Note that phrase. Who refuse to settle for average. Who refuse to settle for average. So that is something tailored for people that are just coming up, people that are just setting the foundation of their career. At Future Tech Leader, we believe the next generation, you can see, you can note some of the words. We believe the next generation of innovator, creator, and tech CEO will rise from, you can see, will rise from this continent. Will rise. That is, he says something about somebody that have prospects, building, what's it called? Is it desire to building aspiration? Yes, that's the right word. Building aspiration in their mind, like it's giving them a consciousness of aspiration, of something they can become, of who they like to become. Compared to let me copy it. Let me copy this, and we will now compare it. But ChatGPT have instructed you not to be using icon. Why did you use icon today? I think I need to talk to you maybe after this class. So look at this. Look at, I believe I'm still connected. Okay, I think so. So I hope you can see my Microsoft Word. I believe this is what I'm sharing. Please, if you can see my screen, please let me get your reaction, please. Sorry, let me get your reaction if you can see my screen. All right, thank you, sir. So you can see these two, the two has sales copy actually, but the difference is that one is meant for general, like for people of different age, like of all age, let me put it that way. But one is tailored specifically for people within the age of 14 and 22. You know, it's just like it's just like setting AI to speak the language of 14 and 22-year-old person. That is what we have here. So that is what we have here. But this is for everybody. So that's why. So we can see that. Okay, let me look for another specific. Okay, you are young. Look at this part. You are young, hungry, and full of potential. Look at this one. This one is just direct to okay, look at this now. Yeah, I think this is it. See, look at this. Parents, imagine your child not just consuming technology. So now this one is actually speaking to parents now. I hope you can see the difference. So that is one of the ways by which you can also take dominion, that you can what's it called? What's the word? That you can what's the word there? That you can take control of your AI. So you can include your target audience. You can include your target audience even with a style. See, you look at the prompt that I have here. Explain quantum physics to 10-year-old using simple, engaging style and encouraging tone. You know, imagine a 10-year-old child learning quantum physics. In fact, I believe I don't know if quantum physics is taught in secondary school. I don't know. I'm not sure. I was not in sciences, so I don't know. But I'm not sure. So imagine a 10-year-old child learning about quantum physics. You know, that means it's going to make it very, very simple. Let's try out the prompts now. Let me try the prompts. So you can see, all right, let's make quantum physics fun for a 10-year. So imagine the world. You can see this is more or less like a story. You know, it's different from the regular, what is quantum physics, you know, trying to go to the technical part of it. You know, this is what ChatGPT is trying to do now, is that ChatGPT is now using story. See, it even talk about Lego. This what's it called? I've forgotten the name of this thing. It's actually a particular toy. See, you can see. So he's talking about cars, castle. He's talking about you can see. So using quantum physics, he's now using toy to explain it to a 10-year-old child using stories. So that is one of the things, that's one of the benefits of you understanding that, okay, there's a specific tone for specific people, for specific audience. So, oh, sorry. The next thing is simplify test purpose. Simplify test purpose, whether to inform or persuade, entertain, critique, or instruct. So look at this. Draft a persuasive argument for local business investment with confident, community-oriented voice. So this is you adding a specific purpose to it, because okay, now you are already telling your AI that okay, this is more or less like okay, I want you to draft an argument. I want to convince some people. That is why it says that okay, use persuasive tone in a way that's in an argumentative way. That is, draft a persuasive argument for local business investment with confidence using community-oriented voice. So the community-oriented voice, that is the tone. That is, we can call that the tone now. It's more or less like it's going to tailor it towards. It's going to make this output community-oriented, speaking the language of community, people within a community environment. So Destiny says the fourth thing that I highlighted here: provide simple example. That is, you can give example. You can give example. You can give example. For example, I wrote a LinkedIn post today. Where is it? Was it today or some days back? Using my AI. So, and I actually give a tone to it. Like I give example, sorry. I give example. That is, this is actually the structure that I want you to write this is actually how I want my output. So it is more or less like you saying that, okay, okay, let me copy this as my example now. So sorry. I want to use this as my example, but it will not just be, I want it to now be that, okay, write a sales copy using this tone, Abby. Let me check. Using this example. So now, I want to edit this now. So, sorry. But if I want to edit this now, I have to change the age range. So let's say 6 to 11, using this example. This okay, let me just put it that way. So you can put your example in what's it called? Is it forgotten? So and you can use brackets, that is parentheses. You can use parentheses too. So you can see now I'm already getting my output using that structure. You can see, imagine your brain is like a magic treasure. You can see, let's check. Oh, sorry, I'll have to change it back or what? So, okay. So you can see this one. Okay, you can see that it started with imagine the world. You can see now. So because I gave this as my example, that you should follow this pattern as my example. So that is what we have for today. So by next week Saturday we'll finish this slide. So whereby we'll do some other things around anatomy, hair, how we pieces prompt engineering to some extent, because we are going to pieces it. We are going to get into the marrow. We'll not get to the marrow at this point. We'll just open the flesh, but we'll get into the marrow by the time we get into the master class, that is the advanced class. So if you have any question, let me have your question now. If you have any question, let me have your question now. I want to attend to question now, sorry. So J, let me have your question. Am I still on this? Can you hear me? Okay, please, emphasize on that informal and formal tone, please. Can we use it in information? Sorry, Jay, can you please unmute yourself and just speak out so I can't understand what you're trying to say? Hello, Jay. Jay. Okay. Jay.
Sorry.
All right.
Like the question I wrote is that Dio and it not emphasize on informal and formal. So I want to know more about it, the tones and the everything. And can we use it in information as you give us examples in what you just taught us just now? Can we use it? Like you understand what I'm saying, sir?
Okay. Yes. Jay. Thank you for your question. That is also why you need to that is also one reason why you should get into Nova 2 and maybe probably join our prompt engineering class. But that is just by the way. Actually, uh, you can use your tone anyhow you want it. So most especially, what you need to have at the back of your mind is that your tone must be related to what to that specific field that you are trying to deal with. For instance, you can use informal you can use informal okay, like you say emphasize on the formal, informal and the formal tone. So for instance, in the corporate setting, you cannot use a tone, you cannot use an informal tone. You cannot use an informal tone. You have to be formal, you have to be professional. So you have to be specific, like your tone must be specific to that domain that you are trying to get something for. Do you understand? Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you for the feedback. So any other question?
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening, good evening.
Yeah, I want to ask this question.
All right.
Yeah, maybe probably now in the aspect of education now, maybe I'm finding it hard to, maybe there's this particular course that I'm finding it hard to learn,
All
and
right.
then can I impute it on AI that, um, in a way that a 15-year-old can understand, in a simple term? Can AI
Okay.
generate something that a 15 years old can understand that course?
All
You
right.
get what I'm trying to say.
I
So
understand what you're trying to say.
can I impute it that way and then AI can generate that for me?
All right. We have a lecturer here, Dr. Gabriel. Do you want to respond to that? Actually, but maybe a lecturer should give you a response. Hello, Dr. Gabriel. Do you want to respond? Okay. Let me respond to that. So, you are trying to learn a concept, and it's something very technical. For instance, maybe you are trying to deal with. Give me a technical topic that you are trying to look into. Dealing with.
Yeah, maybe let me just say oh God, oh God. Let me just say business environment now.
Okay,
Just
business
for
environment. Okay,
yeah.
I'm a business person. Maybe you are trying to understand how economy works, or how how supply affects demand. As an economist, how demand affects supply. How the two affect each other. And maybe you are trying to just wrap your head around it, and you are not getting it. You can you can also include that in your prompt that okay, make it, you should that you AI should explain this in a simple term, like in a more simple term, or you can even put age range so that it will make it so that it will bring it down to the simplest. You understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So you can use your AI like that. You can use your AI like that. All right. Thank you. Any other question?
Sir, I have another question to ask.
All right, Jay.
Okay, sir, my question is,
Jay, I hope you're
when
not asking question because I said I want to give the most active person a gift, Jay. Okay, because you are the
no.
most active person last
Just-
week,
I
and
want to talk about that tone because that tone I don't understand very well. So my
wow,
question is, when we are in school, they used to ask us to write in primary school. They used to ask us to write how we spent our last holiday,
holiday.
like that.
Yes,
So,
yes.
so in my own understanding, I want to ask that if we want to put that thing, in which tone can we use it? Is it, and we can put any tones, or like, you understand what I'm saying, sir?
Yes, I understand what you're trying to say. You know, for that kind of writing,
Yes, sir.
you can say that okay, you want it in a creative way. You can say okay, you want it in a serious. You can say that okay, you want it in a compassionate way. So
Okay,
it
sir.
depends. So you can say you want it something creative, it can be uh conversational. You know how you spend your last holiday. You can say that okay, I want it conversational, like in such that okay, you look like you are conversing with someone.
Yes,
Do you
sir.
understand what I'm trying to say?
Yes.
So and you can say
Thank you,
that
sir.
okay, I want it to be humorous. So it depends on what perspective that you want to take it.
Sir, but sir, can in which tone? That's what I want to get, sir. In
Okay.
which tone that sentence can fall into? In which
Okay.
tone?
Okay, because you want to submit it to your teacher, you know, that like based on your reference, that okay, when we're in when we're when we're in primary school, that they used to tell us how we spent our last holiday, and I think they are going to resume this Saturday, this coming Monday. So definitely many students will write that again by next week. So
Yes.
So your creativity now and the setting is what will determine the kind of tone that you are going to give your AI to write your article or to generate your output. So the setting, okay, what is the setting? You know, when I talked about email the other time, email is used mostly in corporate setting, and that is why you have to be professional about it,
Yes.
right? So the
Yes,
setting
sir.
now, this is a school environment. So you can say that, okay, I want it to be like academic writing. You know, in a tech environment now, you know, there is technical writing. So I can say that, okay, I want this thing um to be to be professional. It should be no, it should be accessible or technical,
Okay,
to
sir.
be
Yes, sir.
technical.
Yes, sir.
So if I should say that it should be accessible now, it will simplify it in such that even non-technical people can read my writing. Although you know I'm in a technical environment now, and I want to write something. Maybe I want to write something,
Yes,
and I
sir.
want to submit it to Mr. Solomon, the director. You know, we are both in technical space. So I want to write something. So I can,
Yes.
because you understand the language in tech. Are you with me? Because he
Yes, sir.
understand the end language. So I can say that okay, I want it because I want to look more professional. Like I I want him to understand that I understand my onions. So I can tell him that, okay, let this output be technical. Like you make it technical so that it will use technical term. But when I get to a business environment whereby I know that, okay, I'm dealing with people that are my stakeholders now, they are not technical people. They are like the CEO, they are like, So I know that, okay, I should be able to explain concepts. I need to explain technical terms to them in a simple way that they can understand. So I have to use non-technical terms. So I can say that, okay, make it accessible, make it simple, make it non-technical. So do you understand?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, with that example, you understand. Okay, thank you very much. All right, any other question? Any other question?
No.
All right. Okay, any other question? No question. And guys, I want you to I hope you have not, I hope sorry. So I hope everyone here, I hope we have registered for Nova 2. I hope so. Yeah, okay, D, let me thumbs up. Yeah, J, well done. Okay, Yetunde, well done. So don't worry, you are going to meet wonderful lecturers in FTLA. They are awesome, seriously. They know their audience. Let me just put it that way. So as much as this is like an introduction, but it's something that you can easily apply. What I just talked about tone now, that is one of the things I do here in my company. Like that is where I work presently. I think it's really limited to ask that question. So because I work as project manager and I also work as the business manager, so shuffling between two roles. Business manager, I'm dealing with people that are not. I'm dealing with customer. I'm dealing with the C-level officer. That is what That is what the business environment is all about. But for the project management aspect, we are dealing with the technical team. We are dealing with the QA. We are dealing with the backend. That is all. So you have to bring in the. If I want to write a report and send to the technical people, the report I'm sending to the technical team will definitely be different from what I'm going to send to the business, to the people that are not in the technical team. So you can see, what's it called? You can see how I can apply this basic knowledge that I'm sharing with you now. You can see how I can apply it even in my work environment. So also you can make use of this knowledge in your school environment, whether you are still in school or you can anywhere you find yourself, you can use this knowledge in anywhere, in any environment that you find yourself. So Director sir, I think I'm done at this point because I don't think there's any other question. So please don't forget to register for Nova 2. There's going to be another class tomorrow. That's another class in Python, and that's Friday. There's going to be another class. So by this time tomorrow, you should be dealing with Python, and by next week Saturday we'll wrap off this class. We'll finish it up with some practical sections. So thank you very much. And for the lecturers that are present, thank you very much.
The future of Africa in AI begins now. At FTLAfrica, Nova 2 is your ignition train. Explore cutting-edge tracks built for creators and communicators.
Master the skills shaping the future of tech. Engineer systems that power the world.
Lead with responsibility. Shape the future of Africa.
Don't just watch the AI revolution. Be part of it. Apply now and ignite your journey with Nova 2.